This is the Java Practice It 5th edition. So we're going to be doing exercise 10.14, and this is removing shorter strings. So looking at the problem real quick, you'll see that we're dealing with array lists. Okay, so let's see. So we're given a list, and we want to look at the elements in the list in pairs. So for example, if we're looking at this list, right, it's asking for us to look at just for and score alone. And then we're going to check the length. We're going to compare the length between the two of those. And then we're going to remove the element with the shortest length. And that'll be 4. And so after we run it, it would print, it should print 4 and a go. All right, cool. And then we have some conditions that we're going to have to meet. For example, if it's a non-number, we're going to keep the final value. All right, okay, so let's get started. We can do public. Since we're not returning anything, we're just mutating the list, so it's going to be void. Then we got the name. Okay, then it's going to take in a parameter, which is the type is the array list. It's a string. And we can give it a name, any name that we want. So I'm just going to call it list. Okay, nice. All right. So the best way to go about this is to do a for loop. And we're going to do a for loop through the list. So I'm first going to, out of convenience, going to make a variable called the list length. So I'm going to call it list len. And that's just going to be list.size. Nice. Okay. And I'm going to do a for loop. Start with I equals 0. And since we're looking at this in pairs, I'm going to set the limit to list len divided by 2. Then we're going to iterate 1. So I++. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to be comparing the length of the strings inside this list. So I'm going to make variables for them. So int first string is equal to just getting that string and then the length of it. So that would be the first string in the pair that we're currently looking at. And then let's do the second one. It would have to be I+1 because it comes right after. Okay, so now we're going to do the actual comparison between the two. So that would mean we need an if statement. If, and so let's see, let's look at the conditions. Oh, so if there's a tie, then we're just going to remove the first string. Okay, let's do that one first. If first string is less than second string. Oh, oops. First string is equal to second string. And we're gonna remove it. Okay. And then second thing is we're gonna see if first string is actually less than second string. Then we're going to remove it if it's less than it. Okay, and then I'm just going to check if it's greater than, and I'm going to remove the one right after it. So I+1. Okay, nice. So we're not done yet though, because we want to check what would happen if there are an odd number of strings in the list. So what we could do is we have an if statement go before everything, but then we'd have to copy and paste everything again. So a shorter way to solve this case is we check right here in the limit. We say list len is minus, or we subtract list len mod 2, because that would see if it was even or odd. So if it were odd, it would subtract 1, and so that means we would keep that last thing, because that's the maximum. And then if it's even, well, list len mod 2 would just return 0, so then we're just left with list len divided by 2. And that should be our answer. Yep, there we go. Nice. Thank you.